Let me ask you something. You've been gardening for decades. You know your soil, you know your seeds, and you know when a plant is happy or miserable just by looking at it. So when somebody told you to plug in a light bulb and pretend it's the sun, did a little part of you want to laugh? Yeah, me too. But here's what nobody tells you. What if that light bulb is actually saving plants that your window ledge has been quietly killing for years? And what if the sun, the one you've been trusting your whole life, has been secretly not enough? Not because it changed, but because your home did. Because your life did. That's what we're talking about today. Grow lights versus sunlight. Not a debate. Not a competition. But the real honest truth about what each one actually does for your plants, your garden, and honestly your peace of mind as a gardener. Why this question matters more now than ever. You know what nobody talks about when it comes to gardening after 60? The fact that our gardens and our homes have changed. Maybe you moved from a house with a big south-facing yard to somewhere with a narrower porch. Maybe the tree next door got bigger over the years. Maybe your knees just don't want you out in the cold every winter morning. And so more of your gardening has moved indoors. And indoors is where this whole conversation starts. See, sunlight outdoors is one thing. But the moment you bring a plant inside, even just near a window, the amount of real light that plant is getting drops sharply. A bright room to your eyes is not a bright room to your plant. Humans are wonderfully sensitive to even tiny amounts of light. Plants? They need a lot more than we give them credit for. So when someone started putting grow lights in their kitchen or spare room, and their tomatoes actually started producing in February, that wasn't a gimmick. That was physics. That was a woman who understood what her plant needed and found a way to give it, even when the weather said no. That is the spirit of every good gardener. And that is what this video is really about. What sunlight actually gives your plants. Sunlight is the original. It is full spectrum, meaning it carries every color of light that a plant could ever want. It brings the deep red wavelengths that help plants flower and fruit. It brings the cool blue wavelengths that help young seedlings grow strong and compact rather than tall and floppy. And it does all of this for free every single morning without you lifting a finger. There is also something else sunlight does that we often overlook. It warms the soil gently. It encourages certain beneficial processes in the leaves that artificial light simply triggers differently. And for outdoor plants, it coordinates beautifully with the changing seasons, which is something your plants are actually listening to. Here is where sunlight works best. First, outdoor beds and containers on a sunny patio or balcony. If you have 6 or more hours of direct sun, most vegetables, herbs, and flowering plants will be perfectly happy. You do not need to touch a single light switch. Second, a good south-facing window indoors can support low-light plants like pothos, snake plants, peace lilies, and some herbs through winter, though they may slow down a little. Third, seedlings started on a sunny windowsill in early spring, just a few weeks before the last frost, can do reasonably well if the light is strong and consistent. A south-facing window in March or April can actually be quite powerful. The challenge with sunlight, though, is that you cannot control it. Cloudy weeks happen. Winter arrives and the sun hangs low and weak in the sky for months. Short days mean fewer light hours. And indoors, even the sunniest window only gives you a fraction of what's outside. Glass filters out some of the ultraviolet light. The angle changes by season. And if your window faces east or west rather than south, your plants are getting beautiful light, just not for long enough. So sunlight is wonderful, but it has limits, and knowing those limits is half the battle. What grow lights actually do. A grow light is not magic. It is not trying to fool your plant into thinking it's somewhere tropical. What a good grow light does is fill in the gap. It gives your plant the specific wavelengths it needs to keep photosynthesizing when natural light is not enough. Nothing more. Nothing less. The reason they work is beautifully simple. Plants do not care where their light comes from. They care about wavelength and duration. Give them the right color range of light for enough hours per day, and they will grow. Period. Now here is what the gardening shops will try to confuse you with: terms like LED, fluorescent, full spectrum, lumens, lux, par values, Kelvin temperature. Sounds like you need an engineering degree. You do not. Here is all you truly need to remember. For seedlings and leafy plants like lettuce, herbs, and spinach, a simple LED grow light in the blue-white range works perfectly. These are inexpensive, low heat, and gentle enough for delicate new growth. For flowering plants and fruiting plants like tomatoes, peppers, and strawberries, you want a full-spectrum LED that includes red wavelengths. These are slightly more expensive but still very affordable, and they do the job properly. And for most indoor gardening needs, a light on a simple timer set for 12 to 16 hours a day is all you need. Put it 6 to 12 inches above your plants, check on it every few days, and let it do its work. The reason grow lights are becoming so popular among indoor gardeners and those who garden year-round is not because they are replacing sunlight. It is because they give you control. You decide when the growing season starts. You decide which room becomes a garden. You grow herbs in December, lettuces in January, and tomato seedlings ready to go out in April. All from your kitchen counter if you choose. That is something the sun, as wonderful as it is, simply cannot give you on its own. The honest comparison. Let us put them side by side now, plainly and practically. When sunlight wins, when you have reliable outdoor space with good sun exposure, sunlight always wins. It is free, effortless, and perfectly matched to your plant's seasonal needs. There is no electricity bill, no equipment to set up, and your plants will thank you with the kind of vigor that only real outdoor sun produces. If you are growing in raised beds, a sunny porch garden, or a balcony that gets good afternoon light, you do not need grow lights for those plants. Sunlight also wins for mental health, and we should not underestimate that. Getting outside, even for 20 minutes to tend your pots in the morning sun, is genuinely good for you. It is not just gardening, it is grounding. The sun matters for you, not just your plants. When grow lights win. Grow lights win the moment natural light becomes unreliable or insufficient. For any indoor growing, for extending your season into late autumn or early spring, for starting seeds before it is warm enough to be outside, and for growing herbs or greens through the winter months, grow lights are simply better. They are consistent. They do not care if it is November or February. They do not know what clouds are. Grow lights also win when mobility or health makes it harder to get outside regularly. If tending an outdoor garden has become more difficult, moving some of your growing life indoors with a simple grow light setup is not giving up. It is adapting. And adapting is one of the most powerful things an experienced gardener knows how to do. When you use both. This is the answer that most experienced gardeners land on, and it is the most honest one. Use sunlight for your outdoor and windowsill plants whenever it is available and sufficient. Use grow lights for indoor seedlings, winter herbs, and any time the natural light is not pulling its weight. Think of grow lights as a teammate to the sun, not a replacement. What to actually buy, without wasting money. This is where I want to save you from the trap that gets so many people. You do not need the most expensive grow light on the market. You do not need a professional setup. You need something simple, safe, and effective. Here is a straightforward guide. For herbs on a kitchen counter or windowsill, a small clip-on or plug-in LED grow light costing between £10 and £30 or dollars is absolutely sufficient. Many of them come with timers built in. You simply clip it onto a shelf, set the timer, and you are done. For a small seedling setup in a spare room or utility space, a panel-style LED grow light works beautifully. You can find a good one for between £20 and £60. Hang it with the adjustable chain it usually comes with, plug it into a timer socket, and your seedlings will grow as if it were midsummer. For a larger indoor growing area, perhaps a few trays of vegetables, look for a bar-style LED grow light. These spread light more evenly and are still very energy efficient. One practical tip: always buy a light with an adjustable height setting or a chain hang. As your plants grow taller, you need to raise the light. This is not complicated, but you want that flexibility built in from the start. And please do not worry about wattage numbers or Kelvin ratings, unless you find yourself genuinely curious. A good full-spectrum LED marketed for indoor vegetables or herbs will do the job. What actually works? So, grow lights versus sunlight. What actually works? Both of them. In the right place at the right time for the right plant. Sunlight works when it is there and it is enough. Grow lights work when it is not. Together, they give you a garden that does not stop just because the season changes or the weather decides to be unhelpful. But here is the real answer, the one that matters most to you. What works is knowing your garden well enough to give each plant what it actually needs, rather than what you assumed it needed. What works is being the kind of gardener who keeps asking questions, keeps learning, and keeps growing both the plants and yourself. You have spent years developing a relationship with growing things. Grow lights are simply one more tool in your hands. Use them when they serve you. Let the sun do its work when it shows up. And trust your instincts because they have been right far more often than any piece of equipment. That is what actually works. If this video helped you today, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who gardens. And if you have a question about your specific setup, whether you are wondering if your window is enough or which grow light to get, drop it in the comments below. I would love to help you figure it out. Happy gardening!